All right, everybody. Good morning. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We hope you woke to the most miracle morning and are having the most fortunate day today. My good fortune is my dear friend Julia Treat. How are you, soul sister? Is here with us today. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful. I just got on with you. I was like, it's a wonderful day to be alive. Thanks
It
for having
really
me
is.
on today.
Yeah, of course, 100%. So, listen, everybody, we got Julia's information scrolling up there. We're going to be talking about ascensions that's going on right now. Some of these flashes that people are talking about, ascension symptoms that are just going. I mean, they're coming in, Julia. Aren't you noticing it like a full force right now? Like people more and more talking about it.
Yeah, and even for me, the past 2 years, it really got more intense. Just a lot more coming in, physically and here and like all the stuff coming in. And yeah, it's I think I want to talk about essential symptoms too, because you just brought it up because I think there's this program. I believe there's a program that we feel we must suffer through this, and we have to like, oh, this is an ascension symptom. I'm supposed to feel this shitty. Excuse my language. This bad. Sorry. Try to keep it clean. So I'm supposed to feel like this, and it's going to end someday or at some moment. And I even used to use the term ascension symptoms as in this is supposed to be happening to me, and I'm supposed to stay in this vibration. And what I'm finding now is I don't believe that's true. I think that's a program. I think that's another program.
You
We're
know
supposed
what?
to suffer
I,
through this.
I just can't thank you enough for what you just said. That
Mhm.
is so important because you're right. You get stuck in this ascension flu. I mean, look, it's a real thing. If you're dealing with it, then there'll be a solution. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But you're right though. You don't have to be stuck there. You don't have to be stuck there. You don't have to be like, I just got to go through this process. I mean, if we're spirits, right, then it stands to reason. Then all this shit, boom, done, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how easy I found it. I mean, we're going to be talking about this ASEA. That's how easy. So I want to say this. I was speaking to someone the other day. She actually just signed up to be an associate because she said, Julia, do you remember you did a reading for me last year? And she said, during that reading, I had so many concerns about family members choosing different things to put in their bodies and all these things, and even my own not feeling the greatest. And she said, you told me that a miracle was coming. A miracle already existed, and it was going to be coming out to the public. I'd have to share this because I do feel like the angels had a lot to do with leading me to this product. So I told her I didn't remember saying that. She said, I knew you wouldn't, because when I'm giving readings, whatever's coming through me, it's not from here, so I don't remember it. And so she said, I started watching your videos and listening to you and listening to people's testimonials and what they were finding relief from. And she said, I jumped on it because she goes, and she's very intuitive as well. She's also a singer, songwriter, and an actress. She lives in Hollywood. And she said, I knew this was it. Like when you started talking about it, I knew it energetically, I knew it intuitively. So that's one thing I wanted to point out, that the angels have led me to several things, lots of things. And this is truly, I was literally praying for the miracle for humanity. I see a lot of people saying, if they made that choice for that, then it's time to just let them go and give up on them. And here, be on your own path. And here, just be here. Forget that. And I was like, I don't see it that way. I see that source, God, creator, whoever you believe in, that there's something that was going to come to the light when it was time, when it could come to the light. And it was going to be so many spotlights. Like, it was like all these flashlights or spotlights on this, that here. And I'm going to say that I believe this is one of them, if not it. But for those of you that have loved ones who have made other choices, and maybe, I'm not saying it's because of that, I'm just saying maybe you're watching them change and shift into something that might be frightening or scary or sad. I'm going to tell you that there is hope, because I have family members who have started this. And amazing things are happening. I am getting my family members back. Okay. It is literally whatever happened to them, whether it was due to something put in their body or not. I'm not claiming that, but I'm saying that this is reversing whatever was happening. I'm fighting back tears. You know me, Jay. I'm like, I don't cry, Julia.
Oh,
Don't.
let them go. They're good. I always say tears are good for ratings. Let them go. Come on, help me out here.
I know, and now I'm gonna cry. So
That,
I'm literally getting my mom back.
wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I was losing her, so for whatever reason, whether it was because of 3 of these or not, I'm getting my mom back.
God bless you,
I'm
Julia.
so grateful.
Wow. And you're crediting it to this, or there's a big part of that? You really are?
It started happening when this started happening.
Wow.
That's the only thing she did different. And I'm telling you, in 3 weeks' time, one thing was I noticed her voice. I'm a speech pathologist. I have a master's degree in that, and I was doing that when I opened my own, these abilities. And but I realized I was always using my intuition with my clients. But I noticed her voice in the past year. It got very low and gravelly and weak, and she had no energy. She had no drive, no will. Very scattered, confused, was put on a very heavy duty medication. She'd never been on that in her entire life. My mom was always like me, kind of like Superwoman. I could do everything all the time. That's how she was. And for whatever reason, again, I'm not gonna claim anything. I just saw her going downhill very quickly. Now, we don't discuss that. We love each other. We don't discuss differences about any of that stuff. But when I told her, Mom, this stuff that I have been introduced to it rejuvenates your cells. So you actually get new cells. And that is what I believe is happening with all of us. Our cells been damaged in one way or another, whatever the case may be, for whatever reason. And so she said, I want to try it. And so she started it. And I'm blown away. Like, I would say in a week. Yeah.
Only a week.
Well, within a week, I noticed her voice change. I said, I never told her, but I said, Mom, so I have to tell you something. Your voice is getting back to normal. I don't even know if you realized it, Mom, but your voice had gotten so low and gravelly and weak. And she said, oh, okay. Well, I didn't notice that, but maybe because all the stress of this past couple of years. And I'm like, okay. Well, for whatever reason, her voice now is almost back to where it was. She told me the other day, she said she used to crash at 7 p.m. was bedtime. That was not like her. It was more like 10. And she's in her mid-80s. She's now able to stay up the whole day. She still takes her one nap during the day. She did that for 40 years. She has more drive, more like determined, just wants to live life. She was just sitting on the couch all the time with no energy.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I'm witnessing miracles, and is another reason I named my team Team Miracles.
You know what, Julia? I want to just tag on, if I may, what you and thank you for sharing that experience with your mom, and God bless her for real. So many people, they get to that stage of life and they witness it with their loved ones, their parents, and it's like, okay, and then they get prepped in their mind for like, okay, this is the end of their circle of life, kind of thing like that, and that's what they start to get prepared for. Mm-hmm. What I noticed with this, and I tell you, it's just, and I really do hope that people watching this, if you, not only for yourselves, obviously, but if you do have those elderly parents, I personally, I'm 51, and I just did a thing on it. I was like, man, I really feel like I'm in the body of a 20-year-old. I mean, not aesthetically, I feel like I'm looking younger, but inside, like I can literally inside feel younger. You know what I mean? It's like I have a lot. I mean, my stamina, my everything like that. It's like, holy smokes, this is wild. And we've been all these shows. Everybody's like, oh, you're gonna go from carbon to crystalline or device, whatever. But you know what I'm talking about, right? You're going to go to a lighter based body. And I really think this is the thing that came down from the heavens or from wherever that came from to help us to get there, that people have been talking about. So everybody's been talking about it. So did we manifest this, Julia?
I do believe we did. And I think this was planned long before we even came, that this was going to show up at a certain time when certain people were ready for it, when it would be allowed to be spoken about, because I do see in the future we'll be able to speak more about it actually in terms that we're not allowed to right now. Yeah. But yes, this is manifested for humanity. And I've had a large platform for a lot of years, do a lot of different things, and I'm so into this that this is what everyone needs, that I've been asking, is this what I'm supposed to do now? Just this. That's how important.
You feel that strong about it.
I do.
Folks.
I mean, I've had people reach out. I want to have a healing session. I'm like, I need this. I'm like, if you trust anything I've ever told you, this is what you need. You don't need me. You need this. Yeah. This, I even feel. So it's healing for me. Something about even with past wounds, like even past lives. I'm just blown away. You feel so good.
Yeah.
You feel so good.
Yeah, you do.
And you're able to be in that connection, because it's not like this hurts or that hurts, or this is I'm scattered here, or I can't sleep, or everything is just like bliss.
It's that's the whole thing. I remember for me, kind of like I'm where you're at with it, really. It's just like there's an obligation you got to tell people, but it's like you're giving back your life. It's like, you know what? It's like I call it like a shot of life every morning and at night. Like you take a shot of life again. You know what I mean? Because you lose it. The cells break down. They go away. They die, whatever. I mean, that's just that. But then you put it right back in. You know, it's like, wow, it's like the gas in the car, literally. You know what I mean? It's literally the gas in the car. It's amazing. And you do feel so good. You know what I like too about it, Julia, is the fact that there's this whole thing about, okay, well, don't take regular medicine or pharmaceutical medicine. Be careful with that. And then there's this whole push of supplements, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's good supplements, I'm sure, but I tell you, but that it almost felt like I was at a point where I was like, man, I'm taking like 6 or 7 of these a day. So it almost felt like to me, I still felt the same, like not real happy feeling that I'm taking 6 to 7 supplements either. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, even though it's not maybe prescriptions or whatever, it's still a lot of shit I'm taking. And I didn't have that feeling. So I noticed, I was like, when I started within the first month, I mean, I'm not taking any of them anymore.
I'm not either. And I realized it wasn't even questioning things. I just felt like I just kind of got this message. Well, now that your body's producing what it needs, you don't need to be putting that in your body. It's, you know, like you were before. Can I tell you, I do remote viewing. I can see things, you know, and not be there physically. And I actually did a remote view inside of my body because I needed to understand what was happening. And I did this before I ever watched a video to understand what was happening. So I went in, I was like, I want to see, what's happening in my body. I need to understand why I feel so good so quickly. So I was looking within, and it was like this dead, dormant cell laying there, just laying there. And it was like a cobweb, like dark gray cobweb coming out from it. And again, I'd love to talk to ASCENSION's board of physicians or doctors to tell them what I see. Is that what's happening? Because I do believe that is. It's this cobweb, and it's just staying there. All these hardworking cells over here, like, we're working so hard, but they don't know we need help over here because this is like a cobweb.
Yeah.
So I saw I said, okay, I was seeing myself drink this. I also used the gel, but I saw myself drinking it. It was going into that space, almost like not a lightning bolt, but like a spark, and it lit the message. Like it lit that cobweb, which looked like sparkles of light, and then the cells go, oh, there it is. You know, oh, we didn't know that was happening. Shoving that out and birthing new cells. Like this is literally what I'm seeing in my body happening. Then I watched Dr. Silverman, and it's because I didn't know what redox signaling was. You know, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to drink it because people are having good results. That's actually what it's doing. It is lighting up that signal so that the body can then know what to do, where it needs to be done. You know, my knee was the first thing. I talked to Danielle about it. She's with the company, and a lot of people seen her on your show. And she said it just knows where to go first. So you might think, I need it here for this ringing in my ear, but it might go, well, no, you need your liver first. We're going to the liver. My knee, for whatever reason, for a year was swollen with fluid on it, going to the chiropractor every week to have it adjusted. Had no reason why. Wasn't going to the doctor yet. It's like, nope. I know the power of suggestion or what they're going to say. I don't want to hear it yet. That healed within 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days, I went to my chiropractor, and she said, what? She didn't know about this stuff. She goes, what are you? Your knee. What are you doing? And I said, I started this ASCENSION. And so my knee has been zero problems.
You know, there's a lot of people this is coming out to the forefront. You know, it's interesting. The company's been around for a while, but they haven't really done maybe it was timing just to be able to be
when it was supposed to happen.
When it was supposed to happen and how it was supposed to get out there. But I think more and more people are starting to more and more like the naturopathic doctors. I'm hearing that too. They're like, what is this? How is this? And they're into it. I want to ask you, as someone who does, you guide people, you're a spiritual guide for people. You do intuitive, you do past life readings for people. And you obviously you have to use your intuition, your sense there to be able to do that. For your other soul sisters and brothers that are in your profession, can you share with them how important this has been for you, the professional side of you, like how that's enhanced your professional side? Have you noticed something with that? Your intuition, your ability to tap in even deeper. And you always tapped in, tuned in, but how do you feel like it's gone since you've been using it?
You know, it's not only heightened it, it's different. How do I explain it? Let me see. I'm trying to explain it. Someone like see there's a picture in my head and I have to explain what I see. It has severed that last tether to that third dimensional stuff. Like, this is just coming out of my mouth. Sever the last tether of that, and kept me in this higher space of just connection but also being able to help those that haven't gotten there yet, but not being pulled into it. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm separated from that, but not separated from humanity. But it's like your purpose, it's just lit up more. And things just showing up. I mean, I can manifest before, but it's crazy now. Right? Has that happened for you? Like, just what? Just that person, wait, this door is open. Like, what?
100%. It's wild. It's wild. You know, I would tell you like this, and I would say, like, for me, definitely. I mean, I feel so much in the stream of consciousness with the and Mike, yes, the answer to that is yes, you should do it, but you know, you got to try it. It ain't gonna hurt, right? But yes, I think that. But
yeah, try this for sure on it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so tapped into the stream of consciousness with the universe, directions. It's like not only do you get the ideas, you get the playbook. You become very unattached to the outcome of things. You just go with the flow, and I notice that a lot. And I would say to you, is like just like in your profession, I'm really happy and grateful that you do it for a couple of reasons. Obviously, you know, because we know each other well, and it's great to see you do well with it, but also for your clients, really. And I mean that. I think it's like in today's world, 2022, energies are just coming everywhere. And you and I both know, I mean, everybody, you hear every different version of every different scenario of everything, right? All at once together. And it's all like with whipped cream on top kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, it's like, I think it's been harder and harder and harder for a lot of the intuitive professionals to find discernment on really on what's coming through and the accuracy of things. I really feel like, you know, again, this is a great tool for people in your profession to really be able to filter through all the stuff, clear out what the BS is, and really get a clear bird's eye view and a clear bird's eye shot of, hey, when you're talking to a client or, you know, you're doing that. So I do appreciate the dedication you're doing, not only for yourself, but into your business and for your clients' sake. I think this is really, you know, I don't know if you think about it that way. I see it that way. You know what I mean? As far as like a lot of times when I'm, you know, because I'm interviewing, you know what I do for a living, right? I'm interviewing, you know, a lot of people in the social world. So I think it's a good.
I'm really on that because I've had people reach out and they'll say, they'll send me a message, someone else's video. We're not supposed to be taking anything. We're not supposed to be putting anything in our bodies. And I'm like, well, how you feel? Like, are you feeling good? I mean, you know, there are gifts. That's just like refusing to lay in a med bed, right? I mean, it's just, no, not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to do anything but just raise my vibration and all these programs that we have been given, right? And it's just the next thing that someone says is going to be your new truth if you decide that that's your new truth.
Right.
And I know so many healers and so many intuitives, and they are sick. They are so sick.
Right. Exactly.
They wouldn't. I don't think they would allude to that to their clients if they're calling themselves healers.
They
do.
You
don't have to be sick, and you do not have to hurt anyone. I know that now. Even with my mother, who in the beginning of our show, go back and watch that. If you know that she was declining rapidly in her mid 80s, and I'm blown away every day. I'm calling her and checking on her to see what's different. Like, how you feeling today, Mom? What's going on? And she said, this is doing something. She just said that the other day. I already knew it, but she said there's something about this. So I have her taking it to my dad. He just had neck surgery. And I have her taking it to him, and he's drinking it every day while he's recovering from that.
That's great. I love it. You know, it is. And I think that people are just getting, you know, because you take, you know, you're in the profession getting back to that, but others are in the profession of taking in all those energies of other people. And so, again, just to be able to deflect that. I don't know about this whole don't do anything thing. I hear that too. Like, don't do that. I think that's kind of like, you know, again, use discernment. You know, there's cool things. If it makes you feel good, you know, it's not like doing a line of Coke or a shot of whiskey. Not that kind of feel good. You know what I mean? It's.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't have drinks on this if you drink. Because I got to share though real quick. Yeah. My face. Okay, I used to use it on my face. You know, as Dr. Silverman says, this is the vanity part of it. We just get rid of these wrinkles. But when I was 1 year old, I got out of my high chair and landed on a windowsill, and I've had a scar here for my entire life. Never really. I got past it. Didn't bother me. But this is almost gone, the scar. And I didn't even realize it till I was putting my makeup on the other day. I'm like, wait, my scar's still there, barely? So again, I haven't found anything yet with me that this is not helping.
Yeah. You know,
I'm just a walking miracle now. I'm just going to be like, I'm walking miracle.
I think so. You know, I accidentally put it in my hair. Well, not accidentally, because they were telling me. I went to like Danielle, like you're talking about, and I was like, well, what are you doing? I thought it was just for my face. She's like, you can put it wherever. I'm like, really? So I'm like, my hair, and Julie, I'm telling you, my hair is growing back.
See it.
It really is. I mean, if you look, you know, I mean, but it legitimately is sprouting up. That makes me very happy, and there's nothing there. Like, I don't feel any like weird effects with it or anything. It's just organically my body's doing its natural thing to take me back. It's a beautiful experience. I will share with people that, you know, when you know, anybody that's at that place in their life right now that's not at the best version of themselves, is what I would call it right now. There, click on that link below that's scrolling right there. I mean, you all got to check this out. And really just take a look at this as a possible solution, because I think it's very different. It's not like another pill. It's not like another lotion, potion, or shake. It really isn't. It's very different. It's bringing back the essence of you. Like I said, I think it's bringing back best way for me to describe it. It's like I look forward to seeing the better versions of myself. You know?
Absolutely. And if you think about it scientifically, is, I guess, in layman's terms, if everything in our life, you know, just whether you want to say it's aging, right? That's what we're told. And you get that, oh, it's supposed to happen. But whatever it is, whether eat, drink, breathe, whatever your thoughts are on all that, everything is not everything, but it's causing the cells to, they just, you know, they're just destroyed, some of them. And this is the rejuvenating of self. They're literally new cells. That's what is mind-blowing to me, that it's not just something that you're going to feel better and it's a temporary thing. This is changing you inside and out. It's changing the inside, the outside. And I have chills right now just saying that. So again, if I got the hit, sort of said, this is all you're going to do because this is your job now, I would do that. And I'm
no kidding. You're there with it at that level. That's amazing.
I believe this is what everyone, I think this should be in baby bottles. This should be everywhere. I'm that. Yes, I am. I'm on the fence right now. And so don't forget anyone that like thinks she's leaving her platform. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Yeah, I would say, I would tell you, it absolutely should be a staple in everybody's household. It really should. I mean, I tell you, it's like, you know, people talk about it and they're like, oh, again, you know, we want to get off the fact that it's a bottle, it's a product, it's something that's designed to help you. There's just nothing like it. And I think it really, everybody owes themselves enough to. And, you know, the other thing too, is because the other thing I find, which is so important, you know, because everybody's talking about all these, like, you know, me and April were just showing it the other day about like all these, oh yeah, you know, this global reset's happening last Saturday at 12 o'clock. This is happening this, you know what I mean? So there's just a huge wave of emotions, right? There's a mass collective consciousness emotion that goes so high and then it crashes. So high and then it crashes. So if you're falling on that trap, you know, good luck to you. But at the very least, have something that keeps you balanced is all I'm saying. Because when you crash, you're just bringing down the collective energy. And then it's like you got to start over and over again. That is the dark forces at work right there that are doing that. So at the very least, this will level your shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to live life, guys. You got to live life. So Jay and I, and a lot of us, we know we're watching some of that stuff too. I'm watching some of the things that they're saying, but I'm living life. I'm doing the things that make me feel better. I'm taking a group to Sedona next week on retreat. I'm not sitting back and waiting to see what happens. So, you know, I met with someone the other day and she said, she wanted to go to my retreat in Sedona. And she said, but you know, I had the virus, I got sick and I'm just afraid to be around people. I said, see, it's all in how you look at it. Like, I would be thrilled that I'm alive and I'm going to go do whatever I want to do. So, and I do have 2 spots open, by the way, juliatreat.com if you want to join me. It's next week.
Sedona, what's that going to look like? So this is the first time. This is good. So this is a new inspiration that popped up for you, right?
Well, I've been taking people to Sedona for years, probably 10 years.
Really? Okay, wow, I didn't know that.
And this was supposed to happen 3 years ago, and then all this happened. And the retreat is actually called Returning to Light. And now I'm going to introduce everybody to this stuff while we're there.
What is it going to look like when people are there? Like, paint a picture for us if you can.
Well, I found the coolest home. Again, things just showing up, right, that are so amazing or magical that you're like, of course. You know, I went to book a private house for this and thought I had it booked, and somehow it fell out beneath me. And I told my boyfriend, Michael, I said, oh my gosh, I have to find a house because people are coming. This house that I found wasn't even available when I booked the first one. And it literally has the red rocks inside. It's like a nature house inside, a tree growing in the middle of it. So we really do get connected with source, with nature. But it's more than that. Like, sometimes we do a sweat lodge. I'm still working on that. But I know just from taking people over the years, I know how to help you shift in a very short period of time. It is 6 nights and 7 days, and people's testimonials all the time say it's a trip of a lifetime, and these are world travelers. So
it's so cool.
I'm not getting my own horn, but whatever happens when you're with me is pretty damn cool.
Good. No, you're very gifted. I mean, we've known you for several years and had you on the show, and I tell you, not only from our experience with you, but just the people that we know that, you know, send always feedback on the show, and you've been definitely tapped in, tuned in. I'm excited about this next level of you that you're experiencing. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, I feel totally different. Thank you.
Yeah, me too. I totally.
I'm not kidding, guys. And if you decide to try it just to see, okay, I'm going to see if this really does work, you know, go all in. Don't just go and try it for a week or two and let's see what happens. And then no, send it back, give it a go. Right. I told my mom, I said, Mom, it didn't take you like a couple days to get where you're at, but it doesn't have to take a long time to get it back. I told her, my mom, I said, try it for 3 months. I'm asking you for 3 months. She does 8 ounces a day. I do 8 ounces a day. I've done that from day one.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why I'm seeing the results that I'm seeing with my mother, because it's
you got to go
over your system.
Yeah. I see that too. Or like, you know, like anything, it's not the thing, you know, just, oh, let me give it a week or whatever. And then, you know, that's it. You got to go.
That's not a program. It's just one and done stuff that we've gotten accustomed to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, take this out there. This is such a life changer. This is again, I personally believe, again, this is what was dropped down from us, from the heavens, from the Pleiadians, whatever anybody believes in. You know, I personally believe we've been talking about it for a couple of years. It had yet to been showing up, and here it is now. So, what are you doubting? You know
right.
what I mean?
I'm telling people in readings this miracle's coming.
Right there. You know,
miracle's coming for humanity. It's here. It's here. We don't have to wait.
Yeah, no, you don't have to wait anymore, and it works pretty good, you guys. And so anyway, you guys check. There's Julia's website. So Julia, with the retreat, juliatreat.com, is that how you want them to contact you through there for information?
Yeah, there's 2 spots left. They would just click on the retreat and grab them. You know, once they're gone, they're gone. It's a very small group. There's like 7 of us, so it's a very small group, very intimate group.
Got it. And then Julia's ASCENSION link scrolling right there, and it's also going to be in the description below, everybody, when you click on there. Also, too, real quick, when you go to order, in addition to ordering enough to get you through, so you know what I mean, make sure you order enough. Okay, that you're going to take at least a couple of shots of this to power down, get it in your system. There's associate, preferred, and retail. Don't order retail. I don't even know why they even have it on there. It doesn't make no sense, right? So order preferred. If you're one of those that's going to be like, hey, you know, if I like it and this thing's really good for me, then I'm going to share it with my friends and register as an associate. Okay. If you're one of those that's like, hey, I love it, I'm going to keep it to myself, then register as preferred. Okay. Just do that, and you'll love it, and you'll be glad you did. So
yeah, and as an associate, and you'll be on the Team Miracles with me, and we are meeting regularly.
Hang out with Julia.
Yeah, we're meeting regular Team Miracles, of course. I do Miracle Monday too. This is my Miracle Monday today.
That's fantastic. God bless you. I love it. I love it. And how's the Rainbow Crew doing? Our Rainbow Crew kids, they are more.
They're cheering us on.
Even more, right?
Well, they're cheering us on. I can't believe you just said that. Of course you would, because when I tuned into them, I asked them questions on what is needed, and they said their message was, we need our caregivers, you know, parents, whatever. We need our caregivers to be well. We need them to feel good.
Yeah.
So this is for everyone. So yeah, you asked, so I just told
you. Know what? And before we just love and leave, I want to just, again, you're just having some really great stuff here to tag on, but that's absolutely right too. So if you are responsible for some beings, animals, parents, children, whatever, then I think then you have an obligation to step up your game and be the best you can, not only for your sake, remove yourself out of the equation. If you drew that card, then do your stuff and help them out. If they're counting on you, then you have to be the best of yourself.
And this gives your body the support to do that, to rejuvenate. Hear that word, rejuvenate. Fountain of Youth. I'm calling Fountain of Youth. That's all.
Yeah, point it, George. You have.
I'm grateful for you, Jay, because you and April, you brought this to my attention, and I couldn't even sleep the first night. I came to a meeting to hear about it. I could not sleep all night because I knew this was it. I don't know if I told you that story. I had 0 sleep that night. I was so excited.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, that's exactly that. Well, you know what it is, and again, you know, you get to a point of an obligation. You're like, okay, this is it. Yeah. All right. We feel like we have cracked the code that everybody's talking about. So, but again, you know, it's going to take the other people's part to, you know, dial in on the code. So, all right, Julia, much love. It's cool to hang out with you today. I want to thank you for everything. Always thanks for staying connected with us. And all of our links are in the description below. She's got a couple of spots left on that Sedona retreat. That's got to be a pretty cool experience. So if that's on your radar, everybody, don't miss out on that. And again, change your life, get better, be the best version of yourself.
Live your life.
Description below. Everything's so easy. It's right in front of your face there. The universe is knocking at your door. Open it. So, all right, everybody, thanks again for hanging out with us as you always do, and we'll see you next time. Much love, Julia. It's good to see you again.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.